Okay, it's 5:01. We're going to begin our meeting. I would like to call Calcasieu Parish A&P Committee meeting to order. Tonight we will have our prayer by Mr. Tony O'Banion. And the pledge we can do, everyone.
Dear Lord, thank you for allowing all of us to get here safely and help us to make decisions that benefit our students and the community. Pray everyone makes it home safely. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sorry, I didn't say the date and time, but today is November 18th, 2025, 5:02. We will have begin our meeting. So the roll call.
Reverend Wallace. Mr. Baumgarten.
Here.
Mr. Roberts. Mr. Dr. Washington.
Present.
Mr. O'Banion.
Here.
Ms. Pichon. Ms. Hardy McReynolds.
Here.
Mr. Rowe. Mr. Castillo.
Here.
Ms. Ayo.
Here.
Ms. Gay. Mr. Tarver. Ms. Fontenot. Mr. Talley. Mr. Hardesty. All right, we have 6. So, good. 4.
Okay. So tonight, A&P committee meeting items. Item number 1 is policy update and revision.
So moved A through G. Second.
We have, first motion was by Mr. Russell Castillo. Second was Mr. Sean Burgarten. So 1A, education of students with exceptionalities, IDDF.
All righty, in this first policy, the state has made some changes in that policy. Some of the key additions are notification of individual rights, crisis intervention, seclusion and restraint, seclusion room requirements, sensory room definition, documentation and notification of incidents, follow-up procedures of any incidents, and then employee training requirements that are all spelled out in this policy. They're in packets in blue.
Okay. Do we have anyone have any questions? Ms. Ayo?
Do we require all of our staff to take that restraining?
CPI training?
That's it.
We try to get as many as we can get, especially in the special education world, to do training. I know when Dr. Washington was there, we fought with that quite a bit because there's so many people each year new that come in. And we try to do our best to get those people trained as soon as possible so we can make sure we're doing everything correctly.
So that's kind of an ongoing thing.
Yes, ma'am. It's ongoing throughout the year. I met with someone the other day that we just hired on a few weeks ago that will be doing training over the next couple, we'll come back from the break, actually.
How about ISI?
Ma'am,
ISI, there's.
we try to take care of we try to take care of the sped world first. That's the attorney's thing.
We try to take care of all our sped situations first, because those are the ones that are going to be dealing with a lot of the situations we're talking about in this policy. But, if anybody, if a principal asks on just teachers in general, we might have hard situations, or ISI teacher, we can get anyone trained.
What about Paris?
Paris, yes, ma'am, we train them. Even the principals go through training. I had to go through it myself after I got choked my second time.
Okay, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, say nay. 1B, cameras in special education classroom, IDD FC.
Alrighty. The policy requires the Calhoun Parish School Board, we must install and operate cameras that record both video and audio in each special education classroom as mandated by the state. The cameras must be properly placed, not recorded in restrooms or any changing areas, and all relevant parties must be notified. Recordings are confidential, retained for at least 1 month, and may only be viewed by authorized individuals such as the superintendent, parents upon request and following the right rules and procedures, and then law enforcement if necessary. So,
Okay, questions?
So they're already up?
we are working, we had, what they passed before was a parent had to request cameras to be put in these classrooms. And as of last year, we had about 4 that had made that request. Now with the new law that they put in place, we're having to put cameras in all of our more of the self-contained situations that we have. If a kid is in a room or rooms more than 50% of the day, we have to put a camera in those rooms. The SPED department has identified those areas, and we have till February to get all those installed and done. When I spoke with Ms. Ardwin in the tech department, she said we should be ahead of schedule, getting them all up. And it's just a matter of making sure that we've put the signage up on the door to make sure that everybody knows that. We've trained everybody in the room as to what, the procedures of everything, and then notify all the parents of it. So we're going to make the window that we have to make to get it done.
Are there any more questions?
How many do we know?
Oh, gosh.
Wait, roughly not.
I do have a printout in my office. There's, God, was there 200? I believe it was like it was a couple hundred throughout the parish.
I'm sure we haven't missed money for that either.
No, they actually give us money for it. They otherwise, and before, because they didn't give us money, that's why I think they had it set up the way they did, but they did drop that money and it's taken care of. So the thing that's going to be interesting is that it's more the storage is the issue, because that's a pretty good cost that we're going to, we might struggle with, but I think as we stand sitting right now, we're going to be okay.
Are there any more questions? Okay, so all in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed, say nay. Okay, getting on to 1C, Equal Education Opportunities, JAA.
All right, on this one, 2 words were added. Military status was added in first paragraph of this policy. And I'm just going to read a little portion of that. It says, no person shall be excluded from participation in, denied the benefits of, or subject to discrimination in any education program or activity on the basis of race, color, disability, religion, natural origin, military status, that's the word, the language that they added, natural protective or cultural hairstyle, age, or sex. And then it finishes up, but it's, the only thing that was added was military status in that first paragraph.
Anyone have any questions? So we'll move on to 1D. Oh, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Sorry, I know we want to get out, but I apologize about that one. We'll go on to 1D, discipline, JD.
All right, in this policy, we're looking at the 5th paragraph on page 1. The language that's added is or school employee, and it's added 3 different times they have, but Mr. Belfort being as good as he is, he caught there should be a 4th. If you look at the last sentence in this paragraph, at the bottom it says, no principal or administrator shall retaliate or take adverse employment action against a teacher or school employee for taking disciplinary action against a student if the disciplinary action that the teacher, it should read, or school employee takes is in accordance with school board policy. And then, of course, it's got and school employee or school employee a couple other times above that. When you just say teacher, there's other people on the campus that have types of situations where they might have discipline that they might be handling. So that's why they added that language.
Anyone have any questions? Okay, so we don't have any questions, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say nay. We'll go on to 1E, corporal punishment, JDA.
All right, I just want to make sure before we talk about corporal punishment, we don't do corporal punishment in Calhoun Parish, but it is a change of one word in this one, and just want to bring it to you. Bottom of page 1, number 2, they've added the word physical, and if you read number 2, it says the use of seclusion and physical restraint as provided in Louisiana Revised Statute 17:416.2. So that's the only change in that. And again, we don't have corporal punishment in Calhoun.
Okay, are there any questions? No questions, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say nay. Nay. So my next one is 1F, equal opportunity employment, GAAA.
All right, and on this one, military status was added again on this one. I'll read that first little part. It is a policy of the Calhoun Parish School Board that no person in the school district shall, on the basis of age, race, color, disability, religion, national origin, military status, natural protective or cultural hairstyle, sex, or similar personal distinction be denied the benefits of, and then it goes on from there. But the change was military status with that.
Does anyone have any questions? So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say nay. 1G, sexual harassment, GAEAA.
All right, we've been working with the auditors. Each year we get dinged with a few items, and we've been working with the auditors on trying to clean that up. This is one of them, and what I did was I just we added to the first paragraph in blue that the Calhoun Parish School Board shall compile an annual report by February the 1st of each year containing the information from the previous year regarding compliance with Louisiana Revised Statute 42-341, 345. And basically what that is we have to compile a report on any sexual harassment cases we have in the district for that window of time. And we have to do that every year. We've had that report and we've turned that in, but because we didn't show it necessarily in an internal procedure or a policy, they're still dinging us for it. So this one was an easy fix, so I went ahead and we did that. We added that part. The other items that we were kind of getting points taken off for, we have created internal procedures, and they said that would be fine. I have those, and the good thing about just kind of keeping it internal, those are things that we might change I won't say quite a bit, but we could change them, and we wouldn't have to come to the board and make those changes all the time. And it would suffice with the auditors to do it that way. So this was one that was easy to do policy change on. The others we have internally taken care of and checked with the auditors, and they're okay with it. So just wanted to let y'all know.
Are there any questions? Dr. Washington?
Mr. Barrington,
Yes, ma'am.
submit that report to, and what do they do with it?
I'm sorry, Ms. Dyer.
Who do you submit the report to for
Actually-
harassment?
Yeah, the report really, in the past 2 to 3 years that we've had to compile that report, Doc, the only people that's asked for that report is the auditors, because that's, I guess, a compliance issue. We have to have a report done each year, and it's, if someone requests that report, we have to hand that over, that information. So it's just something we have to kind of check a box for, and if someone requests it, then we have to have it ready.
Maybe in the division of administration, since the statute is directed mostly to the state, and we just come on.
Yes, sir.
Are there any additional questions or comments? So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, say nay. The next one we're gonna go to is to pay personnel reports. You have those in your package, it's the informational only.
This is a report that we hand out every year. Try to do it around October, November, whenever we really feel like we got a good beat on all the schools kind of being settled down. And I think we're kind of at that point. You've got a pie chart that you can look at. It breaks down your springboard, your tax, PL, substitute, certified teachers. And we have roughly 76% of our staff is certified. If you look at it, the long Excel pages that you look at, that breaks down by school, everything that's on that pie chart. So if you guys look at this and you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach out to myself, or if it's a high school, you can reach out to Ms. Hardy, middle school, Mr. Smith, and the elementary, Ms. Arsenault, and they can kind of drill down and answer any questions that you might have. You also have some information at your area that explains what these different things are, as far as like a TAT. It gives you some information on what a TAT is, the requirements, and PL and what that is, EDL. It goes kind of into some more detail for you if you have questions about it. You can look at it. But if that doesn't make sense, like I said, you can reach out to one of the personnel supervisors or myself, and we can help you with that. But this is just, like I said, this is just information that we hand out every year to kind of give you an idea of what's in your schools, so you can look and see. I don't like our percentage of certified teachers, but me and Dr. Benjamin were talking about it this afternoon. The change in the last, I'd say 5 to 10 years, we all went into education, went through a program, and we came out and we were certified teachers. Now we have so many people that are going to school, graduating in multitude of different areas, and then they might not like that, and then they gravitate back to teaching, and then we have to do an alternative certification. And that's why we have so many temporary certificates and just different avenues to get to the certified part. But we're helping them get there. It just takes a little bit longer for us to get those folks certified. So I think that's why we have the dip in the number of certified folks out there that we have now. So.
Are there any questions? Mr. Castillo?
So my understanding is McNeese is not graduating a lot of education students. You know, and I'm not gonna put a blame on McNeese or anything like that, but also used to, you would do a semester of student teaching. Now it's my understanding that you have to go a whole year
Yes, sir.
doing student teaching.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel that is hurting the number of students that would go into the teaching field? Because we got people that are graduating in other fields and they're coming to get these certificates, but they have no methods or anything like that, teaching and everything else. So what is the solution?
Good question. I really don't have a solution. I think that the 1 year is
Excessive.
excessive. Me personally, I'm only speaking for myself. Yes, I do. I don't know why we have to do it, because when you look at it as someone that's going into that field and they know for 1 year, I mean, they're only gonna, is it $2,000? Am I correct? It's $2,000 that you're gonna get when you could graduate in something else, get a temporary certificate. We pay you while you're getting your alternative certification. And that's why, like I said, the certification numbers are kind of down, because people are seeing this and they're going a different route to get to the same place. But like you said, they're not having to go through the education classes to get there. And I would much rather someone go through the education classes from McNeese, UL, Tech, or wherever, and get that background and that knowledge, and us hire them after that. But that's just not what's happening right now. So I think there's a lot of factors, but that is one, and I don't disagree with that.
I personally know someone that was in the education field that got out and went to general studies.
Yep.
And,
The other,
because of, they're not offering the classes, and you gotta take longer to graduate, and you got a year and everything. I mean,
the other,
it's a sad situation that's happening, unfortunately.
we came across something the other day too, that I'll be honest with you, I learned, and I don't know if Dr. Bailey knew about it before that or not, but if you have someone that's gone through the education program in McNeese and they don't pass the praxis test before they start residency, they cannot start residency.
That's correct.
I was frustrated with that, so I asked some questions about that, because I want someone who's gone through all the courses. The reason why is if they could say yes to that, okay? But if they say yes and let that student go ahead and do residency, they have, when they start that, that's the timer starts. So you got 3 years to pass that praxis test. If you do not pass the praxis test in that 3-year window, then McNeese gets a ding, because they graduated someone that didn't pass the test to be certified. So McNeese gets a ding, and then that student or that person who they push forward, you got 3 years. If you do not pass it in that 3-year window, you cannot ever be certified in Louisiana after that 3-year window. But if you're not in the education program and you just come from wherever and you go through the Alt-Cert program, you can keep taking praxis tests till the cows come home. And then you might one day pass it, or you might one day not pass it. But you still can get certified in the state. So that's a law that we've talked to McNeese about, that we need to try to change. Dr. Demir actually has called some people at the state, and we're gonna work on that and a couple of other things that we don't like. But that's something I think that needs to be changed, because if that is not there, that person that you're talking about, yeah, they might want to go into that education program, take all the courses if they know that they can get through it, get the degree, get out, and still be certified, even if it takes them 3 or 4 years. Some people have a hard time passing that practice test. That's all
Yeah,
they're
so I
doing.
mean, the test is not the end all to whether they're gonna be a great teacher.
Correct. Yes,
So
sir.
it's that sad that we're punishing people, potential educators based on the test and prolonging their, time in the classroom.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. So we're working on some of those things.
Mr. O'Banion?
On that, I mean, this is just an observation, I guess, and I've got a question too, but I've always said, and I know we're trying to simplify the salary schedule.
Yes,
I know we've got to pay for it, but I think we should give teachers that go the education route something, something a little extra.
I got you. Okay.
And, on the TAP, it says, it's valid for 1 calendar year and may be renewed twice thereafter.
Yes, sir.
But that's, you can only do it twice, or?
Yes, sir. There are some occasions where we get extensions.
But you have to
Yeah.
file and that.
Also, you have to file, you have to run everything through the state. Yes, sir.
Any more questions? Dr. Washington?
Ms. Barrington, what are you doing currently to assist us springboard teachers?
The springboard teachers, as far as to get certified, we have, we've two different programs that we're using. Dr. Washington Learning Liaison that we've purchased, and then, God, I can't think of the first name of it, but it's 240. And the 240 system is what McNeese is using as well. So it's a good thing because a lot of the people that, that's a big portion of our folks that come out have gone to McNeese. We see good benefit with both, depending on what the test is. PL test, Learning Liaison seems to be working maybe a little bit better. And then just your individual course test, 240 seems to be working better. But we have both of those that we're working to try to help those folks pass this practice test.
Ms. Barrington, is that the area that they need assistance most in passing the test, or is it entering certification program?
A lot of times it's passing the test, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Ms. Barrington, I have one question. Just like we do the ACT prep for high school students, I know we collaborated with McNeese on some certification. Is there some kind of way we can have maybe some practice tests for teachers?
That's what I was just talking about.
Maybe give maybe like a little stipend
Yeah.
to attend?
Those two programs, we pay for those, and we give basically like a voucher, and it pays for those courses. In those courses, they get testing tips, they get practice tests that they can take over and over again. The 240 system, when they take a test, it breaks it down for them and gives them what they got correct, what they missed, and why they missed it, and also kind of gives what the thought process of the right answer is. Because sometimes these tests, you have a good understanding of what it needs to be, but you have to think like people that have created these tests, and it helps you think in a different way. And I understand that because I do not test well. So
Then I was also thinking about when students or teachers or whomever taking this test, and they get down on themselves and they start, if we can have some type of way, like a prep for anxiety. I mean, it's always sometimes some different factors that goes into when they're doing these tests, taking some type of relaxation tips or just something mentally to help them go push through.
yes, ma'am, we can work on that for sure. The good thing about the crew that I have that works with them, Mr. Smith, Ms. Hardy, and Ms. Arsenault, they're super about having those conversations. The problem that we run into a lot of times is we're fine and we're going to continue working with them all day long and do whatever we can do to help them as long as they put forth the effort. Sometimes we have folks that you have to take the test within that calendar year, at least make an attempt. When you don't even make an attempt, that's when we start having a problem. So
So we always have the bad apples for the good apples.
correct. But the good ones, they do a great job of bringing them in, talking to them. And like I said, we have 2 platforms now.
Okay.
So if one's not working, we try the other one. And then we also have, they know people that have maybe struggled with it and figured out a way to do it. So we try to hook those people up, depending on the, if it's science or if it's social studies, just try to hook them up with people who struggled, but then got it done. Okay, what exactly did you do? And we try to get those guys together. So
Does anyone have any?
So if a person is in elementary school, and they go to middle school, they may be teaching science or something like that in middle school, if they're not certified for it,
yes, sir.
where does that number go into your account?
That's your OPAT. If you're certified,
They
and
they are certified teachers.
yes, sir. Yeah. So when you look at our number,
Teach that particular subject.
right, when you look at our number, I mean, it's certified teacher 75%, but you also have those OPATs in there as well.
So they'll go on to-
Yeah. And then they're just working on trying to pass another practice test or do a certain amount of time, as far as years, good evaluations to get certified in that whatever area they move to.
So you don't have to take practice.
that required?
We're working on that. There's some language in there that if you have good evaluations for a certain period of time, that could count for, these practice tests.
That the with legislation.
You know, it's already there.
Anybody have any more questions? Ms. Vanshine, I have one more and then that's it. If a teacher decides to leave out the parish, I know they normally give a reason. Do you think they just put that down something like, moving out of town and just really tired of teaching or might not have the support of the staff or administration? Is that something y'all look into or?
Oh, yes, ma'am. They're usually pretty brutal. I'm brutally honest, if there is an issue.
Okay.
So if there is something like that, we'll definitely look at it and have some conversation about it. So, yeah.
All right, Ms. Ayo?
I reached out to you, I think when I was a new school board member, and I just spoke with Dr. Van Meter about this yesterday, about doing an exit interview when we have teachers that leave, go out of parish or from one school to another. Where we at with that? Is that something?
Like an exit interview for everybody.
Well, what I said was, I can speak with every number.
Yeah.
One of the things I mentioned in that respect was maybe having the teachers, when they leave, be able to fill out something in addition to just checking the box of the reason, to be able to attach something in terms of a statement or.
And I do think on the exit form, they can write on that exit form if they have something they want to say. They can put that on that form, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll double check. If not, that's easy. That's an easy add.
Because I know when we report to the state, we only report reasons,
Yeah,
and the reasons are very scripted.
right.
So
I know other fields, like to leave one plant to another plant, they do an exit interview. Is there something that we can do to encourage them to let us know why they're leaving? I mean, other than checking a box,
Yeah,
and here's a box, if you want to fill some, write in it. The majority are just gonna check personal reasons and go on about their day.
yes, ma'am.
That if there's something that we can do to, I mean, we need some teacher retention, we need to know why these people are leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
We can do something about it. Why they're leaving from one school to another.
I definitely,
Something about the leadership.
I'll get with Dr. Van Meter. We'll try to come up with something. I know we had 2 people that left today, and they don't even communicate that they left. I mean, we're chasing them down to find out a reason. So you know, there's a multitude of things going on, but the ones that are signing the exit form, we can definitely make sure we get something from those folks.
So since you said that, I do have a question. So what happens with the bonus that they receive when they leave and?
Okay, since you brought that up, I know you as a board passed, I don't know when we passed that, but everything gets handed out in October. Definitely got a question, Mr. Snyder is gonna be kind of compiling a list for me, because we've definitely noticed that after October and November, whenever we give out that big amount of money, we got a mass exodus leaving us. So I'm gonna give it to Mr. Snyder and have him look into it. Maybe it's not as bad as what I see. I see all of it just at one time. So maybe it's not the numbers, it's not an alarming number, but it is a number. I was gonna get that to Dr. Van Meter, and however we need to bring it, if it's in another committee meeting, I'll bring that to you, we can look at it. I think it's definitely worth looking at, because to answer your question, when they leave, I was talking to Mr. Belfort before this meeting, realistically, when they leave, if we've already given them the money, I can send a certified letter telling them that, hey, you didn't work X amount of days and you owe me this much money, back. Would I ever, or could I get that? That's a hard one. Because half the time we don't know where these people go. And if they don't respond back, I mean, that's tough. So we've hit, with a teacher, you've handed out thousands of dollars and they don't work, but 2-3 months. So I think that's might be an issue possibly. But like I said, I'm gonna get some numbers, get some information for you, and we'll bring it back to you. Let you look at it.
So if you just had to estimate, I'm not holding you to it, what do you think the number may be at this current time?
Oh, I have no idea, no idea. I know of probably just me in my office, the ones that I know about, anywhere from 12 to 20. So, and again, I mean, that's not out of 5,000 employees, it's not a lot, but it's also, they didn't work. They got that money. It's just, it's frustrating.
The work itself, when they can leave, and they
Yeah.
don't have to.
There'll be more.
So, and again, I'm just talking about teachers. I'm not, what I wanted to compile is teachers, custodians, cafeteria techs, paras, the whole gamut, because we give all these people some money. So once we get the list, we're gonna break it out, and like I said, we'll bring it back to you, tell you what that total would be, and if we wanna address that in maybe a different way.
Okay. Any more questions? Mr. O'Banion?
On that, or Mr. Belfour, if we did do something, I mean, could we hold the last check, or, I mean, is that,
It's already gone.
they'll sign it?
Yes, direct deposit, so it's not.
And there are penalties for holding the last check. Like statute says, their wages continue from that time for 90 days. So unless you want to pay attorney fees and 90 days of wages, you don't hold the paychecks.
And we can only hold it if we know that it's gonna happen.
Right.
The way these work, they get it in October, or wait till, November, and then they go. So 3 days they might be gone, the principal's looking, hey, calling, trying to find out, and you either don't hear from them, or they say, hey, I'm not coming back. I'm gonna burn my 10 days, and then you'll have a nice day. So that's how it happens. Sir?
Apologize. Keep on reinscribing it.
Okay, are there any more questions? So since we don't have any more questions, all in favor, say aye. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, number 3.
And number 3 with transportation, when Mr. McDonald got the job a few years back, one of the first things we talked about was looking at a staggered start, because it was something we've talked about many different times. And so once he got his feet on the ground, which I think he's got his feet on the ground now, it's day to day on that. But he's done the work, and we just wanted to kind of present it to you, let you think about it, look at it. There's some good and some bad things, but he's going to go through all of it. Mr. Dunn.
Good evening. I do have a PowerPoint, and I can get you the copy. Again, like Mr. Barentine said, this is a body of work that I was tasked with 4 years ago, and now beginning year 5, we've got my feet underneath me, and we've got a hardworking group of individuals that are servicing our students. Staggered starting is not anything new. It's been around in public transportation since the late 90s, 2000s. It's just kind of finally made its way to us. I saw it, driver shortages early 2010s. I was out in the Moss Bluff community, and as we've embraced the storms of COVID, it's continued. We've built that back up, but also as our student population has increased, our extra courses we've offered, it's just put a strain on our department. So we're just presenting some ideas, not favoring one thing or the other. This is a multi-month task. This is not we can decide and put a bow on it in a month. This is multi-semester, multi-year. So I just put all this out of here tonight for you. Primary reason for staggered starts to save your buses, take a group of kids to school at a certain time, then use those same buses to gather another group of kids at a later time. Same thing for the PN to bring them home. It gives flexibility. There's some pros and cons that it affects the students, the family aspect. So that's why this is a long haul process. Currently here, our elementary, middle, and high, there's no true set time per community, per school. Our school times range from 7:35 to 7:50. Our dismissal times are anywhere from 2:55 to 3:15, and we try to have to bunch those together with our bus operators as we move about gathering students and get them back home. Our high school schedules are somewhat similar just because all 11 utilize the career and technical ed campuses or courses that we do offer. So they're kind of bunched together. But as you can see, that's big 15-minute difference in the morning and then another 20 minutes of very dismissal times in the afternoon. Alternative schools, we do have 4. Currently, our Center of Opportunity is the only alternative school where our students get a full day of instruction. Our students at Positive Connections, CPAS East and West only go to school from 8:30 to 2. Right now, we're moving over 18,000 kids from home to school. And then we get them all settled, get them fed, check roll, and then we take about 4,500 and move them out and about for various reasons, for extra coursework or specialty coursework or our individual transportation plans. So that's what we're doing right now. Ward 3, which is our Lake Charles area, something as I've gotten comfortable, we've gotten better routing software. We've been able to route our students in Ward 3. We put our middle and high together, and then with our elementary folks, we've either put sister or neighboring elementary schools together or just isolated those elementary schools to minimize the overcrowding on buses. A middle and high route, you're not going to have 70 high schoolers, middle schoolers on the bus, or try not to have that. Try to keep that at 50, 55, or you might put 65, 70 elementary kids on the bus. Also minimizing that K through 12 effect of student ridership on the bus does cause some behavior issues at times, some rivalry issues, maybe between families. So all in all, it's working for us in Ward 3. We all have our issues in our individual communities, but we picked Ward 3 for a reason. It's our most populated area, and we're seeing success as we enter year 2 in this format. And so if we ever move forward with something like that in our other wards within the district, it's something that we think we can have success with. First question people are going to ask, what are other districts doing? We're probably one of the largest that still hasn't gone to tiered or staggered starting. I put Lafayette Parish and East Baton Rouge, some that we're familiar with, maybe a little bit bigger than us, but close to us. Lafayette Parish, they start their middle and high early in the morning, elementary is later. East Baton Rouge is just the opposite. Elementary students start at 8 o'clock and middle and high start at 8:50. So it's being tried through all throughout the state, different ways. And again, if this is a road we want to go down to, we definitely want to visit with the folks that are trying different things that are working for them, some things that they've implemented that they might wish they hadn't. We can not make that same mistake. So how do we approach it? Just using that Ward 3 example, it's only for example purposes. We would group our middle and high together. This would include putting Bell City and Starks with our middle and high group just for the CTE purpose of being able to move those students to welding, auto body repair, or nursing programs. We could also then fold in our other alternative schools and pair them with elementary so we can ensure all of our students here in Calcasieu Parish have a full day of instruction. I do have an example, again, just at the bottom of the screen. We would drop off our middle and high students at 6:45, instruction begin at 7:15. That allows them to get acclimated to school day, restroom, breakfast. Their day would end at, let's see, at 2:30. We'd have them home by 3:45. Elementary and alternative, we would drop at 8, get them to school at 8:30. After we drop the middle and high students off at 3:45, we return to our schools in elementary and alternative schools, pick them up at 4, and we've got everybody off the road at 5:15. Again, that's just an example of what is a possibility. So why is it taking 4 years to do this presentation? So when we got together and started this adventure, in December of 21, we were getting our last trip of students to school at 8:56. That was not good. I showed you in a previous slide that our instruction day started by 7:50. So that means those students that were on those buses were missing all of their first hour of class and a majority of their second. As you can see right now, we're much improved. We're getting everybody to school. By our average so far this school year is 8:04, and it's steadily getting better. Our last drop, when we're getting that last student home, when we first got here, it was 6:38 in the evening. We've drastically increased that. Right now it sits at 5:02. So hopefully by the time we said the pledge and prayer this afternoon, all of our buses were off the road. And that gives the students more time to be at home with their family, doing chores, and not spending all day either on the bus or at our schools. It gives them some time to be kids. So I'm very proud of our operators, our monitors and aides for that. That's teamwork, working together, embracing some changes we brought. Ideally, we'd like to have everybody in school on time, but we're not quite there yet, but we're a whole lot better than we were 4 years ago when we started. Looking ahead, again, our population is still growing. We again still have to accommodate certain students across the district, and we embrace those challenges on a daily. We continue to add courses that prepare and challenge our students, and we want to offer them. We want to offer them to all of our students. Road repairs, a lot of our local entities, whether it be city government, parish government, the state, we've got a lot of projects that are bettering our roadways, but right now they're tough on our buses. We have industry development, so that puts a lot of vehicles on the roads about the same time we do, gathering in spots where they're taken to the various plants that are being constructed. And then we have a project just down the road from us that we're going to embrace for the next 6 or 7 years that are going to impact moving students across the district. So that's just some of the things that we know we've got to embrace. What are our next steps? Again, this is just for information purposes tonight. Where it goes from here, it's going to involve a lot of people. There's going to be a elongated time period where we're going to have to discuss. I do think I'm presenting to you tonight as an A&P committee, just because this is Mr. Barrentine's committee. At some point, curriculum instruction committee will get involved, and then us as a whole will discuss this. But any questions tonight that you might have that I might can answer?
Are there any questions?
Yes, ma'am.
How's the congestion going over in my sweet little town of Carlos with and I know when Driftwood came in and spoke with us about, I think we've changed names a couple times, so maybe.
The one issue that's pressing right now is just adjusting the turning signals coming on and off of Highway 27. We don't have it perfect. We adjusted them last week. We're really struggling coming from Cypress Cove, trying to get back on the 27, getting into W.W. Lewis and Sulphur High and Sulphur Ninth Grade. That is a challenge. They went out this afternoon and changed. A lot of time, those red lights have they call them pressure sensors, which are shooting lasers into that lane of traffic. And so in the mornings, you have a lot of people that are southbound. And so that turning lane to head north into town, you might have 3 seconds. Some of our drivers, we do have dash cam to validate their claims. We're not getting that true 3 to 5 second green arrow to safely turn on to 27. It's just 3 to 5 seconds of flashing yellow, and then it goes to solid red. And so I'll give credit to our DOT folks. They are trying to work with us. At the end of the day, we're going to get the kids to campus safely. If traffic congestion is an area, and that area is a hot spot right now. We've also, as the pipeline project has been completed, as it's come across Cameron Parish up through Carlos and then picked up on Houston River Road going into Beauregard Parish, we've had some traffic issues north of Houston River, and we've tried to minimize those. A lot of that is just, residents coming out and going to work in the morning. At the beginning of the school year, we requested some traffic control officers. That never got granted, but they did do some vehicle counts and stuff like that. And maybe just that policeman being there with that DOT official, maybe everybody was more obedient and more respectful and helpful in letting us getting in and off the roadways to get to our schools.
Anybody else? Thank you. Appreciate it. No.
Hey, Gabe, can you email me this PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's all we got.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn. So, Mr. O'Banion first, Ms. Ayo second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All nays, any nays? All ayes carried, so, meeting is adjourned.
Good job, Mr. Grove.
Well, thank you. Do I get this?
Sure.
Good job, Gary.